Hello everyone. In this tutorial, we are going to continue from where we stopped yesterday, and what I just thought now is that I think I should bring in this rotation before we go further than this. This is where we stopped yesterday. We were able to achieve this introduction of the base. I refer to this as the base, the base of the line, because don't forget these two lines here, these two shapes are actually lines that we created using a vector line, or they call it segment line also. So that's what I've actually used to create that in AI. So now what I want us to focus on here today is this bouncing, the ball bouncing. So I think one of them actually bounced, the other one actually rose in. So which one of them actually rose in? I'm going to figure that out now. I'm going to hide. Okay, I think the one up is the one that actually, the one at the top is the one that actually rose in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this. I'll hit the enter key to rename this. Okay, the name is not there. The name is there already. I don't know what happened. That okay, the name is there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this back. So immediately this guy stops here. In fact, let me open up their keys. So immediately this guy rolls back, and I think that's when the other one start bouncing. Where is the one that actually jump? So that one, okay, I think I should have its key also opened up. So what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to remove all its keys. I'm going to remove all these keys. Yeah, I'm going to have to remove all these keys. I'm going to select the keys and I'm going to delete. So I'm going to zoom into this really tight. I have it selected, and it's what's it called? Its reference point has to be decided. It has to be decided. But before that, I think this has to be checked now for me to see the reference point. The reference point is here, so I have to just click and drag this down. I don't know whether you notice something. See, when this icon here, if it is not checked, if this icon is not checked, they call it toggle mask and shape part visibility. If it is not checked, you might end up not seeing the whatever objects you select. Whatever object that is selected, is it this? No, it's this one is for the background. Yeah, it says it's exactly this one. If everything is deselected, and sometimes when you select and you're not seeing your transform selection boundary, yeah, it's as a result of these toggle mask and shape part visibility not being active. So just make it active. So what I'm going to do is this. Now that this one rolls in, don't forget it's this one that actually rolls in. The one I need to select is the one that actually jump. Okay, I've changed the position of it of the anchor point. Sorry, let me grab the anchor points. The reference point has to be here. All right, so now that is here, the anchor point is here. So now it's going to jump. I might have to yeah, I'm going to lock. I'm going to be needing its position. I'm going to drop a key for the position. We'll go forward in time, couple of frames, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Probably we can still come back and probably adjust that. And at this point it's going to be up. It's going to be somewhere around here. Okay, then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I'm going to just copy this, Control C, and do Control V, and it's going to go back to its position. Then let's just be sure that and when it rolls back, like I mentioned yesterday, there has to be like a break, like a hold. So I'm going to select these keys, I'm going to grab all these keys, I'm going to push them forward. Before that, let me just use my player. I'm going to say 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, then I'm going to move my player right here. All the players are going to be moved here. Then I might drop another key to hold that position. So there seems to be like a hold between this key and this key. Nothing happens. So the action begins from here. So when it gets up, it comes down. I'm going to go forward in time, 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm just going to copy this, Control C and Control V, and it shouldn't be this high. It should be somewhere around probably here. Then copy this, Control C, Control C, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know whether I'm correct. Let me see. Let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's 4. From this key to that key is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's leave it this way. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3. I'm going to just copy this one, or probably this one here. Control C, Control V. That's the one that put it in the hair. And I'm going to drag this down. The line have started coming out already. The line have started coming out. The line have started coming out. I'm going to adjust those later. 1, 2. I'm going to paste this so that it goes back to its position. So now this is what we have. Let's see what we have. It goes up and it bounces. Okay, I think I like that. Except that when it's going in the hair, the first jump is what seems to be is what needs to be adjusted. I'm going to grab this. I'll hold down the Alt key. I'm going to push this. Okay. It can be better. It can be better, particularly when it's. Let me save this. Particularly when it comes down. By the time it goes up again, it didn't really go that high. It didn't really go that high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom tight to this. And then sometimes when you adjust your key, you will notice that they don't sit right on the particular on the frame where they are supposed to sit. So at this point you might have to like adjust them manually. You see that the what's it called, the key is not sitting on the appropriate frame. Do you get? So in this kind of situation, what you need to do is you just need to snap them to the keyframe. See what was actually happening is that when I selected them earlier, that I squashed them together. That's what led to that them not sitting on a specific frame. So it's normal that it happens like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to adjust them and make things look properly. I think I like this. I think I like this. I even like this better than how or what I've done before. Okay, I like that weight in which it has actually used to hit the ground. Okay, I'm going to come back to this line. Okay, I think it's actually coming out at the right time. Alright, I think everything seems good now. So now let me add a squash. And then another thing again you notice is that it's still keeping the position in which the other board arose in. The position in which it has. This new one is still keeping that position even after changing its anchor point. But make sure you change the anchor points before you start animating the jump. That's very important. That was a mistake I made yesterday, but I couldn't go back because of the time that I thought I would be spending. So I will spend way more than the time I actually planned for. So now that we have this, now let's work on the squash and stretch. To work on that, we are going to be needing the scale. I hold down the shift key and I'll hit the S key. Don't forget what I said yesterday. Holding down the shift key to click on any one of the keyboard shortcut for the transform is going to allow you to have the one that has already been opened. And then when you hold down the shift key and click on any letter that stands for the keyboard shortcut for calling the newly called one out, is going to add that to the selection like what you saw me did now. See, example of that is this. If I need to bring in the anchor point now, hold on the shift key and I hit the A key on the keyboard and it opens that immediately. I noticed something, even the anchor point is ASCII. It's even ASCII. I set key for that. I actually set key for it. Unknowingly actually. I can just remove this and it will still work because it will still work, of course, because I didn't do anything on that. Actually, I'll just probably mistakenly click on the stopwatch and that happens. So now back to this. So what I need here is just the scale, and I think I just need the scale. Let me hit the S key and I hold down the shift key to hit the P key so as for me to be seeing the position. I'm going to drop the first key and I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom in tight to this now. So what we should, or between this hold, between these two keys that is holding the first position, what we are supposed, or what I can do here is that, see, I can move this scale, the first key for the scale, I'll move it inward this way, and the jumping actually starts from here. So what I want here is that I'm going to break the link. I've already broken the link, and I'm going to squash this down. See, I'm going to squash it to create something they call anticipation. And there's no how something actually squashes down that is not going to develop volume on the side. I don't know whether that makes sense. This is what I mean. See, when something squash or when something presses down, the side has to get fatter. So that is what this is what we refer to as it squashes down. And when something squashes down, of course it's going to look as if it's being pumped out. So it squashes to prepare itself for the jump. Then it just gets into the hair immediately, like 2 frames. I'm going to set this back to 100 and 100 to get the original size. Then I'm now going to adjust this, make it taller, and then make it thinner as well. It's going to be taller and it's going to be thinner. I think I like this value. Let me make it 130. So this is what I have now. So it squashes, then it throws itself in the hair. But I think this squash, that is stretch rather, because this one is stretch now. This one is squashing. This one is stretch. I think it should come earlier. Then when it gets into the hair, or when it's about getting into the hair, somewhere around here, it should keep its volume. It should go back to its original size. It should go back immediately to its original size. So this is what I have now. So this is what I have. When it gets to the hair, it keeps its volume. When it begins to come down, or when it's about to hit the ground, you notice that my playhead is not, or that key is not actually targeting. You see, I don't really notice that key, so I'm going to grab this and I'm going to snap it to the key. So when it gets into the hair and it begins to come down, at this point now, when it's about to hit the ground, or probably when it hits the ground, we are going to, I'm going to drop a key. Immediately it hits the ground, it's going to squash, or before it actually hits the ground, there should be something like, a key here, and this one right here is going to stretch it down. I'm going to use this to actually stretch it. It's going to become thinner. Then when it hits the ground, this is when it actually is the point in which it hits the ground. I'm going to grab these keys, snap them to the when it hits the ground, we should have this key here, this one right here. I'm going to copy it, Control C, then I'm going to bring it here, Control V. So this is it. This is that squashes. Then when it wants to start going back, you can easily copy this one. Then I'm going to bring it here, see the ground, then it starts preparing again. So this is what we have now. Do you get? When it gets back into the hair, that's probably somewhere around here. I'm going to copy this key because I have them already well prepared. Do you understand? So it makes it easier for me to just be coming back and forth to copy. You get? So when it's somewhere around here, I'm just going to paste that. It goes back, or probably that might be too quick. Let me see what I've done. Let me see what I've done so far. Okay, I think it's somewhere around here, and everything should go back to probably normal. Let me set this back. Okay. 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 It goes back. I'm just going to copy this one. I'm going to copy these 2 keys. This one is to help us hold that position. In fact, let me do one after the other. I'm going to select this. I'm going to do Control C and I'm going to paste. This one is helping us to hold that same size. It's helping us to hold it. Then when it's about getting to the ground, probably this one should move slightly back. Then this one comes in when it's about to hit the ground again. This one comes in. Then it should be, let me see. Yeah, I think I'm correct. It's somewhere around here. I'm going to paste it here. Then when it hits the ground, Control C, Control V. Do you get? So this is what we have. Then when it goes back up, at this point, it's not really going up really that much. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select this, Control C, and I'm going to paste Control V. In fact, I think I should copy this one and paste it so that it goes back to its original size, because when it goes back up now, it's not having too much squash. Oh God, I just hope this is clear. Okwe and Ola. Do you see that? but see, we still need to adjust this volume. We need to adjust this one is good, but for this one the squashing shouldn't be this much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back up to some extent, and I'm also going to reduce this slightly, so the bouncing shouldn't be that much. It shouldn't be that much. Shouldn't be as strong as the first one. Even the stretching here shouldn't be that much. Shouldn't be that much. Shouldn't be that much. Do you get the two frame, the key frame? Am I editing the key frames? Yes, I'm changing the value here. I'm just changing the value here. Yes, it will. Yes, thank you. It will override what I have there. Do you understand? It will override whatever I have my playhead on, or whatever key I have my playhead on. Do you understand me now? You know, I've set values for each one of these keys earlier. Do you understand? I want to edit what I have there. So if I put my playhead on this one now, so whatever value I adjust here is going to affect the one I have my playhead sitting on. Is it taking? Is it taking? And I'm happy for you that you have video here, so you don't have to stress yourself that much. So this is what we have now. I'm going to put my work end area. I'm going to stop that here so that we can view this over and over. Do you see that now? Does this make sense now? Then I can select all the keys. You notice that I think all the keys have been created since yesterday. I have not set them to easy ease, and I said I will be coming back to explain this easy ease, what it does. So I've added easy ease, which simply means that there will be slow in and out now. Do you understand? There will be slow in and there will be slow out. Does this make sense now? Okay, and Allah. Okay, the next thing here, or the next one here, the next one on the list is immediately this one comes, or probably when this one is about to finish its entering. When this one is about to finish its entering, that is when this other logo right here, that's when it also come up. And I can't really remember the name I gave that, but I'm going to trace that. I'm going to trace it out. This one's at the bottom. This one is the this one is the cross. This one here is the line. This one is the line. Okay, this one is the line. Then all the lines inside it are all here. All right, I think these are all the ones in which I need right now. See, please look up, guys, look up. So now I have all these lines here, from here down to this one. There are just about 5 of them. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to right click and I'm going to pre-compose them. You got right click and I'm going to pre-compose them all. I'm going to call them let's call them right lines, so that we can always remember right lines. I'll say okay to those. So now they are all here. We can adjust. You can always adjust these anchor points. If you don't think, or if you think that you don't like the position, you can always move the anchor points to whatever position that you think you want them to be. So now I've adjusted those and I have the lines. For this one here, for this one that seems to be the top, that seems to be what we're going to be using to actually mask them. So we can do that immediately. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to right click on this, or probably I do not have my I do not have my my AI open, so I'm going to do that quickly now. Alright, so now I have my AI opened, and I'm going to select this like I did yesterday. We're just going to select this and I'm going to copy this. Don't forget, we created all these in AI, so I'm just going to copy this part here. I've copied it and I'll bring it here. I'll bring it right here. But before pasting it here, I have to ensure that the right lines group is actually selected. So I've selected it. Then I'm just going to do Ctrl V. I've pasted it and it's acting as a mask. So I just have to select this mask and drag it to the position of that line. Do you get? I'm dragging to the position of the line, making sure that it's sitting where it needs to sit. Okay, I think I still need to move it up slightly up. All right. You said? Yeah, of course. That's resumed. So now, thank you for that. So now, now that I've done this, I think this one is settled. So I just need to now go inside and animate the line. So I'll just double click right here. Now I'm inside the line. Where's the first one? This is the first one. And then I have the second, I have the third, and I have the fifth. And of course, I can tell that this is where the line actually, starts from. That's the masking. That's, I think it ends here, so I'll probably start here. So what I'm going to do is I'll select the first one. I would start animating the first one. Probably, let me see. I have to go back up and see where that animation should begin. I think somewhere around probably here. Let's start out from here. So that's about 2 seconds and 21 frames. So I'm just going to open up the position of this. I'll drop a key for it. I'll go forward in time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, probably 8 frames. I'm just going to drop another key. Then I'll jump straight back to the first one. I'm going to slide this out. I'm going to slide it out. So if I play, this is what we have. So if I play, I just hope this is not too slow. Okay. Alright, if it's slow, then we're going to come back for it. Then the second one is going to do the same. I'm just going to hit the P key on the keyboard. I'll drop key for it. I would go forward in time and drop key. I'll jump backward. Oh, sorry. I am going to drop the key. Then I would bring it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the same position. I want them to be in the same position. That was what I did. See, and this is what I have. So basically that's what I'm going to do for the other two. I'm just going to select them at the same time, and I'll hit the P key for them. Take my player back, and then I'm just going to slide them out. Click outside so I can select just this. I'll place it on top of the parent. So now this is what we have. Exactly, this is what I have. Alright, I'm going to turn on the motion blur. So I don't forget, I have to turn on the motion blur so that we see that blurriness when they come in. And I have to select all the keys. I'm going to right click, keyframe assistance. Let's do that once and for all, because we are going out now. We're going back up. Do you understand what I mean by going back up? Because see, we have nested composition. That's composition in another composition. So going back up simply means that I'm going back to the first composition. It's like creating a group. Inside that group I have another group. Inside the group I have another group. That's what I've done. So that is what they call nested composition. So now this is what we have. Do you see that? So now that we are done with that, before this now comes out, before the line comes out, there has to be the frame, introduction of the frame itself. Do you get this? Please, are we together? Then that's I will have to select here. And of course, to actually animate a stroke here, you have to convert this AI file into, you have to create what's it called, a shape from it, a vector shape from it, a vector layer shape from it. So I'll right click and do that. And what's sweet thing about this is immediately it creates that for you. It puts the original one in hidden, it hides it. So now I'm going to open it up, and now I'm going to add a stroke. If stroke has not been added, okay, there seems to be stroke in this, and I'm going to increase the width of the stroke. I think I should set this to like 5 or thereabout. Then I'm going to add a trim option to that, so that we can actually animate the trim. And I think it's coming from I think it's coming from, yeah, it's coming from here. It comes from here. That's where it comes from. So now what I'm going to do is immediately the ball finish bouncing, or probably is about to finish bouncing, I think somewhere around here. I'm going to drop a key. I'll go forward in time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 probably. I'm going to drop key, and I'll drag this. No, sorry. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. I'm going to drop key here. I'm going to bring this back. Okay, so I'm going to slide this back to 0. Then I'm going to drop key for the end as well. We'll drop key for the end as well. Are we together, guys? Then this one follows and it ends this. So this is what should be. I know this is going to be funny. We are not seeing anything. Why are we not seeing anything? I have to actually separate their timing. Do you understand? So it starts and it follows. Do you get this now? So this is it. But it seems to be too fast, right? It seems to be too fast. Another thing again is that the composition is also coming in almost at the same time, which is not bad actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably something like this seems good. You get something like this seems good. You get another thing I did another thing again I did, which I thought probably I will be bringing in later, is that see, majority of all these majority of the stroke that we animated here, their size were also animated. Their sizes were also animated. The stroke size were also animated. How do I mean? See, I'm going to drop a key for the weight here. I'm going to go forward or probably jump straight to this one here. Let me open up this so that we can see the keys. I'm going to drop a key right here, and probably somewhere around here I'm going to drop another key, and here right somewhere around there I'm going to drop another key. So at this point here, the size of the stroke actually got changed. This I did, yeah, I did this. You see that? You can even make it thinner before it even ends. Make it much more thinner. Venom effect. See, do you understand? So I did this. Another thing again I did, which I may now also come back to, is that still in the stroke, I also animated the colors. If you pay attention to it, you're going to see that the colors are also animated. I'm going to drop keys for each one of these keys. I'm going to drop keys. Then in between them, for the colors, probably let's probably go with probably is red. And at this point, I'll say okay to that. Sorry. At this point, sorry, I had this one selected too. Let me see what I've done. And at this point, probably let's make it light blue or probably yellow or something. I think I use a lot of yellow or something here. I don't know, probably let's go with green. And at this point, it goes back to, do you get the idea, please? Do you get the idea? Is it taking? And don't forget your motion blur. That's another sweet thing that makes it interesting, really interesting to see. Don't forget your motion blur. If you are not seeing it, it might be as a result of your toggle switches not being toggled. Because see, there are a whole lot of buttons that are meant to be here, but because of the space, they have set a button for them that when you click on them, you get to see some set of buttons. When you click on them, it changes back to another set of buttons. I don't know whether I've explained that right. So if I click here now, you might see another form of tools in which you can also use for each one of the layers. If I click again, it switches that to another mode of buttons that can be used. Is it taking place? I hope this is understood, guys. You see, this seems to be too fast. It can be, or they can all be adjusted. You see that this seems to be too fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this what's it called, the lines. I'm going to start with the lines. I'm going to jump straight back inside, and I'm going to grab them all. Then I don't know, let me count. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. I think I've used 8, 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. I'm going to spread them up to like 15 frames. Then I am going to push them a little bit forward. 1 2 3 4, about 4 frames forward, so that we have room to breathe. So that we have room to breathe. Please, am I clear, guys? Please, am I clear? You have a video, Sean, that I'm preparing, so you can always go back to them. And for the lines too can also be adjusted. I'm going to select it and I'll hit the U key on the keyboard to call out all its keys. Then I can probably put more space in between them. I've highlighted them and I'm going to grab the one that seems to be the last. I'll hold down the Alt key. 1 2 3 4 5, about 5 frames. And I can also go back to the lines and also probably shift these a little bit forward. 1, you can zoom in, you can always zoom in so that you see what you're doing. 2 3, about 3 frames forward. So let's see what we have here. Do you get? So it depends on you. You just have to judge by your eyes. So I'm going to select all these keys. I'm going to right click and I'm going to set them to easy ease. You might be wondering what this color is. What do you think the color is? Is the stroke color, yeah. Do you get? So make it interesting. Make it much more interesting than this. Do you get? You get? If you made a mistake, don't be scared to go back. Don't be scared to go back. Do you get? It might be like more works, but the more you do, the more you get better at it. Is it taken, please? Is it taken? I think this one is also sorted out. So now let's get back to let's jump straight to which other one is that? I'll go back to the video. See, I have the video prepared. This is what we are actually trying to replicate. So I actually made this. So I think the one that is left is it's not that much. It's just a cross. And see, it's almost the same animation except that this one actually came in later. Actually, do you see? I don't know if you're seeing it. It came in later, and the white also come from the ground. There's a lot of masking here too. Well, I think it's just one mask that we're going to use as well. Then one of the red bar actually comes from the right side, and the other one comes from the left side. This one is the left. This is the bottom. All right. So we're just going to go straight to that, and before we call it a day. All right. I think these are the lines for. This one is a red line. This one is this is a cross base. Alright guys, what just happened is that I think I misplaced this white background for the cross, so I just quickly duplicated this, and I created shape from vector layer for it. Then I remove its stroke, I give it a feel of white. So what I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to be using. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to select the H, which is this one right here. Let me deselect, probably we can see them all. This one right here, I'm going to select it, and I'll grab this one as well, including their base, which is the white. I'm going to grab them all. I'm going to right click and I'm going to pre-compose those. So I'm going to call them cross. Just call them cross. Yeah, do you understand? That's what I just did. So what I did was the cross and the base and the white base, I pre-composed them. I put them in a group. Do you get the idea now? So now I have selected them. I'll be going out to what's it called, AI. Then I am going to select this one right here. I selected it. Then I'm going to do Control C. We're going to be taking it into After Effects to crop this. I'll select, in fact, let me even change their their reference point. I'm going to bring their reference point right here before pasting that mask. It's not a must, actually. It's not a must. It's not a must. So I'm just going to do Control V. I've pasted that. I thank God I still have this line here, so I'm going to be using that to decide where this is going to be placed, or where it's going to be pasted, where it needs to be placed. So I'm going to move it around. I'll place it right here. And now that I have it there, so I need to probably go inside and check the amount of mask that I have there. I think we have 2 masks, so this one is going to be going. We only need 1 mask out of the 2, and I think one seems to be what is it, none. Okay, I want this to be different, so set to different. So now that I have this, I'm just going to be going inside the composition. So we have this now. So this one is going to be coming from the right. So let me go back up and see where, or probably the time in which that is supposed to be coming in. I think it's supposed to be coming in at this time. That's about 3 seconds and almost a frame. 3 seconds and almost a frame, and 5 frame rather. 3 seconds and 5 frames is what I meant to say. So I'm going to click on P key. I'm going to drop a key. I'll go forward in time. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 probably. I'm going to drop a key. I'm going to jump back to this one. Then I'm going to slide this out. I'm going to do the same thing to this. I'll hit the P key. I'll drop the key, and I'm going to snap it to this first one. I'll drop another key. I'll jump down. I'll slide this down. Sorry, I'll drag this down. So this is what we have. But before this two actually comes in, this is what the animation looks like. Before this two actually comes in, that seems to be too slow. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 probably. I'm going to grab these two keys and I'm going to snap them there. So I want quick action from them. So before this two actually comes in, this, which happens to be their mother, also has to come in, but it has to come in first. So I'm going to drop key here and I'm going to go back up. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 probably. I'm going to drop a key there. Then on that key, I'm going to slide it down because it's actually coming from bottom. If you check, the reference is actually coming from bottom, but it seems to be slower somehow. It seems to be too slow. So you can grab all the keys and hold down the Alt key like I did, and I'll slide them back in order to adjust their timing. So this is what we have. This is what we have. And don't forget, right, select all the keys, right click, easy ease, then turn on the motion blur, and then we're going to go back up. So this is what we have now. You see that if they are too fast, you can always go back. That seems to be too fast, so we can always go back and then select the keys, hold on the Alt key, and then spread them apart. So if it seems to be too fast, there is no cause for alarm. You just need to go back and then probably adjust them. Please, are we together? Please, are we together? Alright, so you can also turn on the motion blur right here. You can also turn on all the motion blur right here. Then it remains a line. It remains this line here. So what we're going to do is we're going to look for the line, which is this. I'm going to right click and I'm going to create shape from the vector there. Then I am now going to open it up and open it up. I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier. We're going to add a trim path to that, and then we're going to go forward in time just before they come in, somewhere around. We're going to vary their timing. So what I'm going to do is probably this one. I'm going to probably adjust them later. So, but let me set keys for this. Then I am going to go up 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 probably. We'll drop keys. This one is going to be set to 0. Then push this forward 1 2 3 4 somewhere around here, and probably let me remove this for now, and I'll set this to 100. It should be coming from, it should be 100 already. I think it should be 100. Sorry, it should be probably 100 here, and this should be 0. I hope I'm correct. Okay, I don't think, I'm not sure if I'm correct. No. Okay, I think this one should start first. The end should start first. Sorry, mixing them up. I'm going to take this one out. So okay, I think I'm beginning to mix things up here. Let me see what I'm doing. Let me be sure. Okay. I'm going to set keys 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 probably. Drop key, and then this is what it should look like here, and this point should be set to 0. You get, so this is what we have, and this is what we should have. Then I am going to set this, set this to 0, but I'm going to vary their timing. So this is what we should have. So this is what we should have. Alright, so this is what we should have. So this is what we should have. Okay, I think this is good. Except that we are going to begin to work on the stroke like I did for the other one. I'm going to set key for the colors, and probably somewhere around here is where that should start from. I'm going to snap this to that. Move forward in time to when we have this. I'm going to drop keys. I'm going to move forward in time. I'm going to drop keys. Forward in time. I'm going to drop keys. Then at this point, I think it should be around this size. It should go back to its size, or probably it could even be bigger than that, or probably not as big as that, so that it will not run into the line on the left side. But you can make it a little bit thinner or so. So this is what we have. Okay, but for the colors, the colors could be probably something around this. I can't really remember the colors that we used, but I believe this will serve as a typical example of how that is actually made. It's going to set clarity on how the original one is actually made. That's what I think we need for this class. Okay, that's what I think we need for the class. So this should be something else. Okay, and I hope you guys are with me. You're following, are we? Okay, so this is what we have now. So this is what we have. If I turn on the background now, probably this might make sense. This is what it looks like now. So this is it. We can vary their timing a little bit more. We can play around with their timing too. So that's the thing. So immediately this one comes in, and don't forget, always select the keys, right click on them, set their ease, and also set their motion blur. Don't always forget it. Set their motion blur so that they will all be interesting. They will come in very, very interesting. They will appear very, very interesting. What is the line? This line, I don't think this one is necessary. So this is what we have so far. Where is the ball? The ball needs to have its motion blur on. Okay, I'm just trying to turn on the motion blur even for the ball. See the rolling, see the second rolling, see how it actually rolls back. It rolls back really, really quick. As in talking about the ball, see. I think I like that. It has that kind of cartoony appearance. But the timing, the rolling of all these things can be adjusted. They seems to appear too fast. I don't know whether it's good to you, but they are now 4 seconds altogether. 10. I have reduced them all to 10. It's now 10 seconds. See, if I play now, it's now 10 seconds with the names that appear. The names that appear is 10 seconds altogether. But I want to believe this is clear enough, Abby. I want to believe it's clear enough. So the what's it called? The edge. The stroke for the edge can actually come in. Let me go back to the video. So this is what the video looks like. This is what the original one looks like. And then probably we're going to stop it here for today.